Oh, okay, it worked. All right, hello. Just going to wait and see if there's anybody out there. Is there anybody out there? Hello, hello. Is there anybody out there? It's a little bit hard to have a Q&A by myself. Oh, nice. Someone's here. Oh, who have we got? Royal Taj. Hello, how you going? Can you hear me okay? A few more people on. Camilla, hello. Hello. Welcome. So, don't have much planned for today. I thought that we'd just do a bit of a Q&A. So if anyone's got any questions that they would like to ask, then I am here. You can ask away and we'll see what happens. LA, hey, Royal Taj, how are things in Los Angeles? I hear that they might be getting a little bit rough around the edges and lots of people are leaving. So I hope you're doing okay. Up in salty cracker land in LA. Who else have we got here? Terrestrial Mac, how you going? Welcome. All right, so does anyone have any questions that they'd like to ask? Who have we got? Because I don't have anything organized. I can talk about anything. What do you want me to talk about? Waiting. Come on, someone's got a question for me. How do I say that? Megs. Hello, welcome. Hello. All right. Oh, there's more people coming on, but the count's not going up. Good vibes here, but definitely living in interesting times in the belly of the beast. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely interesting times. There's been a lot of information coming out that a lot of these, ones that want to rule over us are leaving LA and they're heading for Australia and New Zealand, around Byron Bay on the east coast and New Zealand. They're buying up lots of land, lots of property. I was listening to Tom Barnett earlier and he said that Leonardo DiCaprio has just bought some mansion, about 15 minutes from where he lives. So there's interesting times. There's definitely something going on. When is the insanity going to end? I mean, it can't. Well, we thought it couldn't get much worse, didn't we? But it seems to be getting worse. But I mean, what's really going to blow this all over is, I think we all know it's what people are getting put in their arms. When that starts to take effect, then something big will happen. I mean, people are starting to stand up. There were massive marches in London last weekend, like huge, and they are all over the world. If you watch Rutley, they're all throughout Europe. People are waking up, but they are spending so much energy, showing us pictures and showing us a story that no one is waking up and everyone's buying their version, but it's just a script. Could I talk about my thoughts on genetic modification and humanity and how recently it's possible that our size and shape as humans may not have been the norm? Yes, well, I mean, genetic engineering is a big one. Yeah, and the size. See, the thing is, we do have pictures of, photos of, giants, sort of 9-foot giants with humans, but we have the orphan trains. We have these populations being released, and recently, especially, we've learnt about all these tunnels underground. There's a lot of rappers coming out saying that they are clones, and all this kind of stuff. So cloning's a thing. They showed us Dolly the sheep back in the 80s. What was that, 89 or something? So 30 years ago. So, I mean, the technology's there. There's the, what are they called? The people in the jars, the homunculus, is that what they're called? Which you've seen a lot of old photos with like giants, big people holding jars with little people in them. Excuse me. So we may have been, I mean, the thing is about that is, we still, I don't know, have we been shrunk? It's a bit hard to know. We have all these stories, the King's lists, and they go, back a long time, but everyone in those lists were living for hundreds, if not thousands of years. So do we get bigger the longer we live is another question. But I mean, they've definitely, yeah, we've been modified. We seem to be a hybrid, a hybrid species. Even science will tell you that in our genes there's a splice gene basically. Forever Flat, hello. Sorry. Urban Farming Robin, hello. From Johannesburg, nice. South Africa. Natalie Ranker, I have a semi-weird question. What's a typical day in the life of Cambell? A typical day in the life of Cambell. At the moment, I've still got this arm thing. If you didn't know, I drove my car into a tree last year, and I've damaged my brachial plexus, a nerve plexus in my neck, and so I've got a bit of nerve damage in my arm. So that's kind of kept me from doing a lot of physical stuff. So a typical day for me is basically getting up, bit of meditation, and I normally sort of watch a video or so as I wake up, and then I'm normally, to tell you the truth, I'm normally on an interview or I'm normally chatting with someone. And then it's, at the moment I'm pretty much creating a lot, making a lot of videos, researching a lot. I spend probably an hour a day just staring into space, contemplating the universe. But I've got a lot, there's a lot going on in the background. I've got a lot of what are they, businessy type things coming on. There is a lot of work going on to try and push this message out there as far as this channel and my other channels. And so there is a lot of work that goes on in the background. So yeah, I mean, I pretty much do 10, 12-hour days. This is pretty much what I do at the moment. And it's all just learning and trying to pass that information on, because the thing is, I don't know how you guys feel, but a bit about Cambell, like my whole life, since I was really young, since I can remember, I've always had this feeling that I've been here to fight a war. And when I was young, I used, my only conception of war was, what we see on telly, right? People running around with guns, killing each other. And so that didn't make sense because I knew I'd never actually go to war. I wouldn't do that. So I think we're here though. I think this is the war. This is the battle. And so this is what I'm putting my energy into is defeating these parasites that are trying to take over, getting the word out, getting as much information out as I can, spending time, educating myself, raising my vibration. And yeah, that's why I do 2 channels. I really want to get information out there, but I also want to, let you guys know that you're the power, that this is what it's all about. It's about us waking up to who we really are. And once we do that, then, this whole charade is over. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I do in a day. I just, I do this. Like I said, I can't do a lot else. I've got a bus sitting out there, which I really want to get into and get renovated. But, the universe has kind of set me here. And every time I ask the question, I'm like, why does my arm get fixed? Why? Because I actually blanked out. I was driving down the road and I just lost consciousness and woke up wrapped around a tree. So it was a pretty weird experience. And I keep asking, why did that happen? And all I get back is that I'm supposed to be doing this. So I guess that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Louise from the UK. Hello, how are you? Did I happen to see the 6-hour video regarding history and flat earth? Fascinating. Have you seen Levette's latest video on Gog and Magog? Happen to see the 6-hour video. regarding the history of the flat Earth. No. What's that called, Camilla? I've just watched a series of 6 videos by a channel. I think I've got the channel up here somewhere. Let me check. No, I don't. I'm going to be talking about that on my auto channel though later on. Hopefully I'm actually in the middle of editing a video for that, which hopefully will be up tonight. But there's a lot coming out. No, yeah. So let me know what that was called. And Levette's. No, I have not seen Levette's latest video on Gog and Magog. Gog and Magog. They were the names that Bush Senior and Junior called each other as well. Who else have we got here? Teresa Mack. The narrative I always heard from school and mainstream says people used to be smaller. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is the thing. I agree. You see all these little houses, right? When you go to these, colonial villages and that, they give you these houses with these little short doorways to make you think everyone was smaller. But there's absolutely, if you look back in photos, there's no evidence of that. And the other thing is age. Excuse me again. They tell us all these people in the past, were dying at 30 and 40 and things like this. But when you look back at the stories we've got of it, all the philosophers and things, they all lived into their 80s and 90s. So it's just silliness. James, hello, how you going? Welcome. Unfathomable, hello. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Hang on, there's what is going on? Sorry guys, hang on, I don't know where that sound's coming from. There, oh my god. Sorry, a video started randomly playing in the background. Everyone was old back in the day. Yeah, people lived a lot older. I agree. Who I missed out here? They cut all the trees down so we do not get oxygen. Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. The whole carbon dioxide as well. Gardeners actually pump carbon dioxide into greenhouses to make plants grow bigger. So the thing is, what do trees do? They give off oxygen and take in carbon dioxide, but when they break down, all the the branches and things, when they break down, they give off carbon dioxide. So yeah, the atmosphere was definitely much different. Definitely. What's my take on Sasquatch and Yowie? Wow, there's been a lot of talk about this lately. What's Mind Unveiled is doing a series on them. Sasquatch. I mean, the thing is, for stories to persist, I think this long, and for there to be so many, like unconnected sightings and stories, I think there's got to be something to it. Definitely. As far as I can tell, they seem to be able to sort of pass through realms or something, or they seem to be some kind of spiritual, is that the right word, type creature that are sort of, I don't know, they kind of live on that edge where they can change, go into different realms. That's what they seem to do. They disappear, they walk into trees and don't come out. I mean, there's so much, around that we haven't been told about. They've found, all these races of little people, pygmies and things. Also, because pygmies tend to have shorter limbs, but they've also found little people that are fully sized. Divergent did a video with all the different cryptoids. I think John Levi even touched on it. The fairy, the little fairy and the alien. So there's so much stuff around. We just don't know. Harry and the Hendersons. Yeah, exactly right. New Zealand is 80% deforested. Oh, really? Did you know there's no tree or no forests on the earth that are older than 200 years? And when we look at gravestones and things, and obviously, cities and resets, doesn't seem to be, it's kind of hard to prove that there was people before 1850. So it's pretty weird. How did we get here, right? We just don't know. Was this created and we were brought in? Have we been brought into someone else's realm? We don't know. Stuffed Beagle, how you going, Beags? Welcome. Hello. We're just having a freestyle chat today. It's just Q&A, no topic. So any questions you have? The ocean plants give off oxygen, but bunker fuel is ruining that too. Bunker fuel? What's bunker fuel? Brown Jacks. Majority of the places are 90% deforested. Yeah, I mean, and this is the thing, like with Antarctica, right? You're not allowed to go to Antarctica. No, because you might destroy the wilderness. Yeah, no, can't have that. But you can cut down the rainforests all over Earth. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it's all about conservation, right? Greenhouse effect. Yeah, of course. No, it's just all lies. It's just, and the greenhouse effect is going to, the whole green agenda, environmentalism they're going to start pushing that again soon, because clearly they're failing with their other agendas, and also, keep an eye out for projections in the sky, shall we say. They're really starting to work on that, blue agenda. So there's so much going on. It's just, they're really throwing everything they can at us, but to the point that it's just too much. It's clearly a game. It's clearly ridiculous. I mean, how can we have the world's most, deadliest bug ever? All the stuff in the US with, the voting, and now it's environmental, and then there's going to be people, aliens attacking and all this stuff all at the same time. Really? I mean, come on. It's the grand finale, and they've whacked too much in it. That's what I reckon. How are we going here? 27 of you. All right. Thank you for joining me. Where did all the orphans come from? Yeah, I think that's got Handmaid's Tale already happened. I haven't seen that. I've heard a few people mention that movie recently, so I'll have to watch it. I didn't know it had anything to do with, I think it's got to do with time, has it? Time travel or something? Handmaid's Tale, I thought it was about dressmaking or something like that. So I'll check that out. But the Orphan Children, and I was listening to an interview the other day, and the guy was saying, because he was an artist, and he says he paints lots of faces, and he's noticed that people from countries, so populations from certain countries all tend to have certain features. So, you'll get, say, whatever am I allowed to say, lighter colored people, whatever, as one big group. But in that group, you get subgroups from countries, and they all tend to look, have their own look. Like Australians might look a certain way, and Irishmen might look a certain way, and different looks. And he was saying that maybe that's because we're all from different batches in the cloning process. I mean, we don't really know. When we look around, we don't have a memory, and that's what this, not this channel, but that's what the history research is about. Is we just want to know our story. We don't have a story. We don't have a, we've got his story. We don't have our story, which is the mystery, right? My story is the mystery. His story is his story. I work in an industrial area, and every second factory has a chimney that make white and grey clouds all day long. Yeah, nice, right? But you can't go to Antarctica. It's just silly. You also cannot bring food to the Antarctic, which is, found interesting. They don't want you to feed the wildlife. They don't want GMOs there either. Because we don't know what's at the Antarctic. But the thing is as well, people who go to the Antarctic don't actually go to the Antarctic. They go to maybe a little point, that pointy bit that comes out, or an island off it. They definitely don't go to the South Pole. That doesn't really exist, I don't think. But yeah, this is the thing. I think that these are probably just all stories to build on the narrative of why we can't go. They've got to try and explain why we can't go there. And they can't use, war, so they've got to use environmentalism. But I mean, even that's just silly when you look at what's going on in the rest of the world. Michael from the Spaghetti Batch, that's nice. Do you believe in the flying spaghetti monster? Environment affects the look. Yes. Not sure what you mean, but I mean, that's what they say. They say that they kind of say, well, you can't bring rubbish down because, if you leave it around, it'll never biodegrade and all this kind of stuff. But really, it's just a story, right? The new age of Aquarius is too high frequency for the parasites to survive in. I agree, Last of the Wild Man. I think that's really what we're looking at here is, it's no coincidence that a lot of people started talking. I mean, obviously we know about the age of Aquarius and it's in astrology, but everyone's feeling the same kind of thing, that things are happening and vibrations are rising. Lots of people are seeing, further, having better vision and different experiences. So something's definitely happening. And I agree. All these
poor people. They're going to try to.
Oh my
people.
God!
That's what it means.
Oh my God!
National Institute.
Poor people. Sorry, that was Jeff Berwick who just started playing again. I don't know why videos are randomly starting to play on my computer. I think the spaghetti monster's in there. Oh, you do, Michael? Get out of my computer. What was I talking about before Jeff so rudely interrupted me? Antarctica. Yeah, that's the thing. They say, you can't take rubbish down because it won't biodegrade, blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, really, it's a story. Missy, how you going? Missy L, welcome. Stuffed Beagle, my name is Beegs, and I'm the Handmaid's Tale addict. Well, there you go. So, yeah, I'm going to have to watch that movie then, I guess. I watched Inception because I don't watch many movies. I don't go to the movies, but recently, all these movie titles have been just popping up, the same movie. So I watched Inception, and that's pretty interesting. The dream. What's the dream, right? Is that where we are? Are we in the dream? Is that why things can be changed? I mean, I don't really think so, but it's a good analogy of where we are, it's where are we? Are we in a like a simulation? And we could be, but the thing about a simulation is we're never going to know it's a simulation unless we're outside looking in. You can't tell it's a simulation if you're inside it. That's what a simulation is. So we seem to be somewhere that, maybe a spiritual holodeck, like a holodeck. And we literally are creating, we get to create, like the way that you instead of a joystick, it's your mind. And this is what we're all starting to learn, is that, we're the creators. We get to choose. We get to stand, if we stand in our power and choose and are focused, we can pretty much achieve whatever we want. It's got a lot to do with also, what's the word, like giving some of yourself, admitting that you don't know everything and that you're wrong. You've got to be able to learn and take on new energies. And it's like they talk about, dying before, you have to sort of have a spiritual death before you can really see clearly. You have to cleanse off all the crap, the story, all the opinions that have been flown at us for so long, and which is really, and this is where it gets weird, it's really your consciousness. It's that voice that talks to you all the time. That's not really you. That's the noise, the white noise. The real you is that small voice, that subtle voice, and it's it's a lot more subtle. That they have us thinking too much with this world. They want us to think of all these complicated things, but if things aren't simple, they aren't true. They're not the truth. So there we go. Movies, mind control. I agree. Urban farming Robin. Lilbet means God's promise. Well, there you go. Oh, Lilybet. Yeah, what's Lilybet? I've heard that before, that name or that word. North is the center, and when you move away from the magnet, you are moving south. Yeah. So south isn't down. It's just, so this is a thing in a compass. It's not like the compass points north and south. It just points north, and south is just away from north, any away. So if you're on it, exactly in a circle, then it's 368 degrees away from the point. Matrix 4, or 4.0. Who knows? Maybe we're the antivirus, right? Missy L. Oh, thank you. No, Beegs dog is not a beagle. I did a chat with Beegs. If you haven't seen it, it's on my Auto 2 channel, I believe. Yeah, Auto 2. Go check it out. And he does show his beagle, and it's not stuffed, and it's not a beagle. So he doesn't show his stuffed beagle, but he shows his Chihuahua. And isn't Chihuahua an interesting word? How do you spell it? CHI. What is it? IAU, something like that. No, CHI, yeah, Wawa. Anyway, I can't remember. Lilybell, new royal. Oh, Lilybet, really? Oh, was that like Ginger Meggs and his husband? What's his name? Harry. Did they have their bloodline baby? Chihuahua, there we go. CHI, that's it. HUA. Chihuahua. Normal up. Tony Drake, how you going? Is that down south? Sounds like it's down south in the great state of Western Australia. Welcome. King Tartarax of Quivera. Is that someone real, Michael? Hello, Michael Joshua. Chihuahuas are awesome. Yeah. What was it? Ren or Stimpy? One of them was a Chihuahua. Was it? Yeah, Chihuahua. Yeah, that's right. The fat one was a cat. Lilybet is ghetto for Elizabeth. Lilith. Yeah, Lilith. So Lilith. What is the story, of Lilith? Lilith, easy word to say, right? Is supposed to be the first wife of Adam in a lot of texts. I haven't looked a lot into Lilith, but yeah, it kind of throws the narrative off a bit, that one. All right, I can read. Yeah, Tartarax. What's that, Michael? Let me know. You're the best too, Missy L. That was in the old USS. Michael. Oh, okay. USSR, you mean? Yep. Quivera. Just going to copy and paste that. 1 minute. So this is what I do most of the day. Someone asks me, what do you do? See, when I watch a video on history or something, I'm constantly just stopping them when I hear something, and I'll start searching it. And before I know, it's 4 hours later, and I'm into a completely different topic, and that video is still sitting there on pause, and it's just so much. Simon, how you going? Welcome. Hello, Leanne, if you're there. Welcome. All right. Yeah, it's just a Q&A today, Simon. So, and everyone else, if you have any questions for me, Lilith Cambell creation story. Okay. Oh. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. All right. I'll have to look more into that. So that they take that as a different bloodline, obviously, because did they have a child? I think they did, didn't they? wasn't Seth. That was after Cain and Abel. But yeah, so I'm definitely not a Bible scholar, but I have read quite a bit of it. I always thought north was up and south was below. Yeah, well, yeah, no, north is north has got to do with magnets. That's the thing. It's a magnetic direction. So up is up, down is down, left, right are subjective. So all we really have as directions are up and down and magnetic north and whatever's opposite that, which is what we call south. Because everything else is subjective. You know, if you're standing east, facing east, then west is behind you. But if you turn around, then east is behind you. So it's all subjective. Yeah. Strange place we live in, isn't it? Have I seen the Skeletons in the Cupboard documentary about the red-headed people in Australia? No, I have not. Skeletons in the Cupboard. I've heard a little bit about, no doubt they're mummies with red hair, like we find everywhere. I have heard a bit about that, but I will definitely check that out too. As soon as I just copy and paste that. So there you go. No USA. Oh, Michael, sorry. Oh, really? It was in the USA. Wow. And it was called Tartarax. Interesting. I will look into that. Thank you. Ren. Okay. Ren was the Chihuahua. Chihuahua with attitude. Gosh, try saying Chihuahua with. Chihuahua with Lilith. There you go. I always thought north was up and south was below. Yeah, south would be inner earth. Well, no, south is, I mean, not, this is a thing. North, see, north is, they try and tell us there's north and magnetic north, you know, true north, magnetic north, and well, that's a bit of a deeper topic, but basically, yeah, north is based around, yeah, the magnetic Mount Meru, really, in the north. Yeah, up is up. I was looking into the Neptune Casino and Beach Boardwalk in Santa Cruz. I haven't heard of the Neptune Casino. Is that all old world, is it? Oh, Alexis, you should do some videos. We need more videos. If you travel in any direction long enough, you'll arrive at Antarctica. That seems to be the deal, Michael. It does. Unless, you know, who knows? Maybe there's little passageways you might be able to hit. Who knows? Go out, find the Iron Republic, maybe. Yes, Missy. Yes, I do. You know, I feel the freedom, like in me. Energies are rising. Yes. Yeah. For probably 3 weeks there, I was just up and down and all over the place, and my sleeping was out. I was tired. But yeah, just in the last sort of week or so, maybe a little bit less. Yeah, things seem to have shifted up again. So I can definitely feel the energy, and that's what we've all got to do is keep the energy up. You know, keep everyone inspired. Let everyone know they have the power. They are the power. We get to choose. Hello, Callum Wilkinson. How are you? Thanks for joining us. The wizard Callum is here. So it's a freestyle, Callum. You got any questions for me? North is yeah, exactly, Michael. Yeah. North might be different for everyone. It may be. I mean, everything is perspective, isn't it? But yeah, as far as directions, that's how I understand it. But I mean, that's what they use on maps. But all the maps are wrong as well. If you did not know, all the maps have the wrong tropics on them. The Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn are not from this age, and they are not from the last age. They are from a couple of ages ago. So, you know, there's so many things going on. Like, it's, you know, even our maps are wrong. So we don't even really know the shape of the continents. We don't know if there's more land within, you know, the circle that we call Earth. We don't know that because everything's been changed. The story's been changed. The history's been changed. Of course, past 1850, you don't really get photos, so everything's a picture. And even with the ones that are close around that time, we got Photoshop pictures from the 1870s and stuff. We just don't know. And I'm talking history on this channel, but what really gets me is, the blown up cities, the destroyed cities, and then before you know it, like 10 years later, they're all rebuilt. Like, what's going on there? What's going on there? There is something really exciting about to happen. The feeling is like nervous excitement. Camilla. Yeah, I agree. I raised my kids in Monterey, so they went to the boardwalk. Oh, there you go. Okay, so and that's, I guess, a boardwalk. We hear that a lot. That's like a wooden walkway along the ocean. Sounds cool. We need more. We need to bring all this stuff back. Ollie Svensson, how you going? Illinois. How is Illinois? Big lies beget bigger lies. I agree. Last of the wild man. On a flat Earth, the Pacific Ocean is 10 times the size they tell us on their maps. So the parasites live in. Well, this is, yeah. That's definitely very probable. This is the thing. And I was talking to someone just earlier. All the old maps are circles. All right, they're flat circles. Then they get turned into globes. Now, to turn a circle into a globe, you can imagine you have to cut around 50% of the outer ring of that globe off. It's just got to disappear. And then what they do, then they get the globe picture and they wind it out and turn it into a rectangle. So we end up with a picture that is so distorted from what's reality. And I've talked about it a lot. The Pacific Ocean on the globe is half the globe, and we don't know what's out there. Planes don't fly out there. We don't know. We just don't know what's out there. We don't even know what Antarctica is. You might get to Antarctica and it might not even be frozen, but it might be frozen. But, you might go 100 Ks in and it might, not be frozen. It might be tropical. It might be, because this is what we're told, right? They've found tropical trees down there and all this. And it's interesting that they started the Antarctic Treaty pretty much around the same time that they started the UN and the same time that they did Project Fishbowl. It's all just this big charade. I feel that the world is much bigger, but also different. Yeah, I agree, Missy L. When is my van ready? When my arm starts working properly, Callum. And it's a bus. Thank you. It's a bus. Men drive buses. Boys drive vans. No. I definitely want to get onto that. And that's when the universe lets me out of this office, I will do it. Because that's the thing, don't buy the fear. Don't let these parasites, take any dreams away from you at all. Anything like that. I've got a bus, which is very awesome. It's got solar panels and a kitchen and all this. I do need to do a bit of work on it because I kind of went in and ripped it apart a bit, and now I can't put it back together. But I'm still doing that up when I'm going traveling. I'm driving everywhere, and I don't give a crap what they say about all their passports and restrictions. And if we believe that and we live like that, then we're letting them win. We can't give up dreams, and all this kind of stuff, because that's what they want us to do. They want me to sit here and go, oh, well, I'll never be able to drive my bus and do all that again. But no, bugger that. I'm doing it. And by knowing it's already happened, right? It has to have already happened. Of course it has to have. So that way it has to happen. And if that's the deal, well, it has to happen. It's going to happen. And this is how we have to look at life, is we're the creators. We do this. We create everything. And that's, again, this is what they try and do. They try and use our energy against us and make you believe that you can't have it anymore. You can't travel. No, because you need this little piece of paper. That's what they want us to, and they want us to change our lifestyles to fit that. And the truth is we're never going back to what it was like. But I mean, who wants to at this stage, really? But so the question is, where are we going? And that's up to us. We know what they want. But I mean, and I've said it the whole way along, we've already won. They're just in death throes. They can't survive this. But the more we focus, the more energy, the more physical work that we put into this, the faster it'll happen. Yeah. So there you go. Where are we? Same time, NASA. Yeah, NASA as well. Yes, you're true, Ollie. Exactly. Aliens are in. Yeah, David M. Exactly. Extraterrestrials. This is the thing. There could be, a continent out there called Mars. Coming from Mars. It must be its own world. Gene. I'm not sure what that means. Scarus, hello. How are you? Welcome. Soul family, yes. So what did I hear the other day? The solar system. What did they call it? The soul lure. The soul lure system, which I thought was interesting. That was David Weiss. And I want to get David actually on for a chat. Is Bernard on here? I want to get Bernard on with the chat with David Weiss and see what happens. Yes, us too. Our last van was called Gypsy Wagon. Awesome. Listen to no one. I do what I want. Wide open spaces and no covered faces. Oh, now that's cool. I like that. Just me, beauty, and nature. I agree. Awesome, Jane. That's it. We're the creators. We're the choosers. We get to, believe the lie. Because when we believe the lie, we live into it and we start to live it out. And that's how it becomes real. Understand it's a lie. It is the idiot box. It's not the smart TV. Yes, Missy L. Yeah. Do it. Get an old van or an old bus. I've got a coaster. It's a 1984 Toyota Coaster. And it's awesome. And you can get, I'm not sure where you are. They're a bit more expensive in Australia, but if you're in the US and you want one, don't look at vans, look at old school buses. And they're not huge. You can drive them on a normal license. They're just a bit bigger than a van, but that space makes all the difference. And parts everywhere, and they're cheap. You can get them for like $2,000. So do that. Everyone, if you're in the US, everyone do it. We'll have a bus parade, Tartari bus. That's the other thing. I've got to get a name for my van. I was thinking of calling it the Tartari van. I don't know. What do you think? Either that or coaster, coast to coast. I don't know. Why are the only decent people I can relate to other people I converse with on Flat Earth channel chats? I'm not sure. Why is that? This isn't a Flat Earth channel and you're conversing with us. But it's not so much just, Flat Earth channel. It's people who, what Flat Earth really brings to the forth, really shows in people, is the people who are closed-minded and who are completely unwilling to look at new information, let alone, start to sort of think about it. But it's just that topic. It's just that topic because it's been so indoctrinated and programmed and ingrained that it really shows that if you're someone and someone says, flat Earth to you, and you're you're an idiot, and you're just showing that you're the idiot, that you can't look at information that is outside of your paradigm, which means you're just showing everyone that you're in a box and you want to stay there. So that's the whole flat Earth thing. Is it's like if you watch David Weiss, if you haven't seen him, go check him out. David Weiss. He basically he will go on any show and talk flat Earth, any show. So you can imagine he ends up in some fairly sticky situations. People get him on just to try and make fun of him and stuff, and he goes on. They always end up making themselves look silly though, every time, because David just stands there. He doesn't make fun of anyone, and he just presents facts. So he has a bit of fun, but people who can't take that, who can't even look at that knowledge, just make themselves look so stupid. Like it's just glaringly obvious. It's bizarre. Call it autodidactic. Yeah, right. Nice. Thanks, Natalie. That's good. Actually, I like that. Autodidactic. I was actually thinking of Van Damme because I do like my martial arts. Yogi Bear, how you going? Hi, call your van Vanetta. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know if it's a female van. It seems a bit more of a male van, actually. I don't know why. Maybe it's the color. Maybe I should paint it pink. I have a stealth camper. Awesome. Bicycle trailer, camper, and life off grid in a shipping container. Nice. Last of the Wild, man. You are set up. I'm still working on that. I've got access to land and everything. I just need to, get a house built down there. A lot of work to do, but which again, my arm, waiting for that to heal. I'm getting there though. I'm getting there. It's moving. My hand's moving. It's just not that dexterous at the moment. Laughing Phoenix. I don't have means to tow it. Oh, I did a vid of my off-grid shipping. Oh, you did. Last of the Wild Man. Oh, what's your? Well, obviously that's your channel, Last of the Wild Man. I will check it out. And everyone else, go and check out Last of the Wild Man and his off-grid shipping container home. Autodidactic. Nice tips. I'm also Aussie. Missy, oh, cool. You're an Aussie too. Okay. Most of your family lives in Australia, half Aussie, half Norwegian. Well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, vans seem to be a bit more expensive in Australia. My only advice would be get something you can stand up in. I see all these van life, and people turning little vans into their houses. But the thing is, when you've got a short roof van, you have to live outside some of the time. And if you're out there and it rains for 5 days, what are you going to do? So that's why I had to have a high roof. You've got to be able to stand up. I follow some of the nomads who travel out there. Yeah, I love the van life kind of stuff. A few of them are, I mean, because when I do my van life, I'm probably going to, make some videos of it. But this is the thing. I think I can't make a good thumbnail. Like all the van life thumbnails, they're all pretty much all, shall we say the female half of the couple, in poses. Like every one of them. It's like you've got to have a hot girlfriend to get any views. It's so bizarre. But anyway, so I'll have to build up my glutes so I can get a good ass shot. Off-grid tiny houses. Yeah, tiny houses are cool. I love all that kind of stuff. I like yurts and I like cob. Cob is, cob's free. This is the thing. You can build a house from the land that it's going to sit on, like literally from the earth. Cob, that and a bit of straw, a bit of hay, and you've got a house. You can make natural roofs, and now we know it. It doesn't cost that much to get, free electricity, set up your own systems, and be off grid. But have, the thing about off grid is we don't want to live in the mud. We don't want to go backwards. We don't want to be like, well, you took over our system, so we're just going to go sit in the mud. We want to do it properly. You want your electricity, your heat, your cooling, your fresh water, all this stuff, the best food, which is obviously the best part. You need the land. Yes. Chrissy, hello. I am you. Thank you to all like-minded souls. from Shropshire in UK. Welcome, Chrissy. Glad to have you here. Can't even say that. Is it Shropshire or Shropshire? God, that's a tongue twister for my Aussie accent. Callum, that is why I'm converting mine to a wagon. Duty's over 6 feet. Your van? You've got a van, have you? I didn't know you had a van. I thought you had a trailer that you were going to put a greenhouse on. Charolais, Moniz, hello, how are you? Up late enough, yes. Austin, Texas. So, well, at least you're in the good state of one of the best states of the USA. I hear you guys are doing all right, a lot better than California. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. How are we going? 50 minutes in. Wow. Thank you, Callum. There you go, guys. If you want to check out Last of the Wild Men in the shipping container, Callum has just put the link up. Peter, how you going? Yes, I am talking about you, Peter. Peter's up in Queensland, and he has some land, and he is building an off-grid lifestyle, planting some plants. He's also got a channel. Go and check it out. He's done some walk-arounds showing what he's built up there. So it's all doable. Mud Fossil Guy, we have 5 acres in southern Arizona. There you go. Lots of earth ships, I think, down around Arizona. Is that desert? But yeah, I mean, get out there and start building. I mean, this is a thing, even with, obviously cheap land is cheap land. Degraded land is cheaper. But it's not that hard to bring land back. And I'm going to start going into this as well. I've come across some pretty interesting info, because we have all this stuff about biodynamics and permaculture and things to build better gardens and better soil, but there's other stuff as well, like magnets, magnetized water, and fractalized water. And so, yeah, get out there and start building some little canal systems and get some. You can actually buy magnets that fit around your hose and just clip on, and then when you water with that hose, it magnetizes the water. And they've done studies in that, and the plants grow bigger, healthier, more fruit or flowers, all that kind of good stuff. What do you tow the garden trailer with? A wagon? Yeah, okay. A wagon van. A wagon. Got to have a big garden. Yeah, okay. So you've got a van and a trailer. You have to put a pop top on it, Callum. Pop tops. Do you think there has to be a depopulation if we are to get back to a more spiritual? I mean, hello, I see you now. I see you. Welcome. This is the thing, which I've been thinking about a lot, because before this all happened, we knew about the agenda, Agenda 21, all that kind of stuff. And basically everyone was like, that's horrible. We don't want that to happen at all. Bad. And now that we're into this, a lot of people are thinking, well, maybe it wouldn't be such a bad thing. I think, obviously, we don't want to be the cause of any harm or any death or anything. I don't know. I don't think it has to happen that way, because I think this is more spiritual and energetic. So I think really what's happening is, some people are of a higher vibration, i.e. everyone here, right? Everyone who's looking for new information and searching for answers. We're on a higher vibration than obviously these people that we see walking around with, the stuff on and lining up, distanced and getting bills prick. They're clearly of a lower vibration, and all these things that they're doing, staying apart from other people, stopping their oxygen intake, putting chemicals in their bodies, that's going to keep them on that low vibration or push them even lower. So it's almost like those in control the archons, can I say that? They may know that they can't get us, because we're now vibrating out of their reach. They literally can't get us. So they're what it looks like they're doing is they're trying to get everyone who was in that vibration that they could still reach, and they're trying to keep them down and in the vibration. And so that I think is the split. It's an energy, and saying that, the way that we perceive that, because everything is energy, the way that we perceive that happening may be that we see everyone dying when it's just an energy thing, if you know what I mean. So we definitely don't want to be a part of it, and I definitely don't want people to die. I think everyone should have the chance to grow and learn and to rise up, spiral up. But I think that's what might be happening. Is they just a lower vibration and they're being kept down, and maybe they have to go through another cycle to learn more until they can get up to this point. But yeah, obviously, depopulation bad, kill bills, prick, and all that kind of stuff. Brian Tucker, how are you going? Good to see you. Mud Fossil Gaia, we're in Phoenix. Did I see ScoMo unveil the V certs today? No, I didn't. D. I know he's pushing that. He's. I mean, in Australia, in everywhere now, but that guy, yeah, he's a big P file, if you know what I mean. And this is the thing. This is all. It's all contract, right? It's all an offer. It's all an offer. We don't have to accept it. Now, they're not going to tell you that, and they will lie to your face, and they will do everything that they can to make you think that it's not an offer, that you have to comply. But that's not true. It's an offer. It's an offer. So this is, they can bring and they're going to bring all this stuff in, and we can't stop them doing that. What we can stop is complying. That's where our power comes in, is we can stop going along with their crap. And in doing that, we're going to give other people the power to do the same thing, because there's people out there everywhere that are on the verge. They're questioning, and when they see more people saying this is crap, I'm not doing it, then they can go, oh, I'm not crazy, this is crap. Yes. So there you go. I have no idea what the question was. It's a depopulation of us, the higher vibration of humanity. Is it? I don't think they can touch the high vibrations because they're too low. Mr. Breeze, hello, welcome. I see you now. Yeah, no, it's the lower vibrations that they're trying to stop from rising, if you know what I mean. So this is what all the stuff is. Just the distancing, right? We know that when groups gather, energy rises. So everyone who's following these rules, they're keeping their energy down, and that keeps them within the grasp of, the energy vampires. And I think that we're too high for that. I don't feel any of it. I see all this stuff going on, and I'm just like, nice show. It's all it is. It's just a show. Spun round or spiral up. Yeah, nice one. Thank you, Brian. That's good. Scammer. Yeah, they all are, Michael. And at least 80% of the police in Victoria, most of Australia, choose to live through fear. Which part of the population is and what they're wearing, taking, and living through. Much love. Thank you. Me late to the party. Andy sings. Yeah, a little bit, yes. Oh gosh, we've been going an hour. All right, we'll go a little bit longer. But I try to cap these at an hour, and they just keep going over. Yeah, they do. Michael De Silva, they do. And what they really hate is being laughed at. So laugh at these people. Rumors going around about Dan Andrews. Yeah. Is that the one about someone's daughter? Was it Lindsay Fox or granddaughter? and then some people paying him a visit. And then suddenly he ends up in hospital because he fell down the stairs or something. Interesting that. Patio Mountain Man, hello, welcome. Just say no and show your smiles. Never come up, eyes and smiles. We need them. I'll cover. Yes, I agree. I agree, Gene. What was I going to say? What? Como is a goose. He is. They hate happy. Yeah. Laugh at these people because they all want to be taken so seriously. They all want to be taken seriously. Like all these, little cretins who have sold their souls. They so want to be taken seriously. They really do. So laugh at them every time you can. Meme them till they cry, then meme about them crying. Brian, laugh at everything. It's a comedy show. Just, don't get involved. It's like be in the world, but don't be, no, is that right? Yeah, be in the world, but not of it. So be in here, but don't be part of the machine. Don't get sucked into being one of the cogs and just going through actions. Stand and look around and understand you're here, but you're not part of it. You get to affect it. You get to be a creator. Because once you're in it, all you can create is what they want you to create. You're a cog in the machine, literally, right? Turning that wheel to produce what they want. So, jump out of the machine. Oh yeah, Camilla. Yeah. Getting bashed. If you don't know the story, Dan Andrews is the Premier of Victoria, which is the fascist communist state in Australia where all the police are beating people up and they keep locking people down for no reason. And he is a big pedophile and a Mason of the Freeze. Can I say that? I don't want to get cut. And apparently he was playing fiddly with someone's a billion. I think he's a billionaire's granddaughter who was underage. Got caught, and apparently he got the crap beaten out of him. And it came out in the newspaper that he ended up in hospital. Who knows, right? Thank you, D. Smith. I have no idea what I said, but I'm glad it was good. I can't remember. How do I say that? Kawakeb Astra. Hello, thank you for your emojis. Very cool. They don't want anyone to smoke a good... No, I don't... What's the deal with menthol cigarette? I don't know. What's the deal with menthol cigarettes? I don't get that. But they're banning them everywhere. Take part or ascend. Yes. How can we laugh at them? Just make fun of them. Make memes. There's a ton of channels that are literally dedicated to just finding these stupid people on TikTok and that. Because, and this is like more the SJW army, and you just put them up and laugh at them. But you just show them being stupid. Show them going back on their words. Get these articles out there and laugh at them. Make names up for them. Fauci. I had someone, Jeff was calling him something. I mean, that guy's a troll. He's a troll that needs to be under a bridge. So make memes of him under a bridge. Just laugh at them, whatever you can. Like, show them for who they are. Because who they are is pathetic, and because they're so pathetic, that's funny. Because they're trying to rule. And when people realize how pathetic they are, and then realize, hang on, these are the people that are making the rules, then hopefully a few people will click on, right? It's like Terence McKenna said, we are ruled by the least among us. And we are. Are you in? Okay, you're in Melbourne as well, are you? Forever Flat. Well, hope you got out on the streets with the masses. Or should I call them the masses? With the awake peeps. But yeah, it's some pretty bad footage coming out of Victoria. Avi Yamini, even though I don't really agree with his stance on what's going on in the Middle East, he's being harassed, as is everyone else. Asbestos memes. Asbestos. What are you talking about, Michael? Asbestos. I know a guy who used to work in there's a town in WA that they closed down because it was an asbestos mine. What's it called? Win something. But yeah, I met an old guy who used to work there, and he said he used to cut asbestos all day long on a bandsaw, and he never wore any kind of respiratory protection ever, breathing in asbestos dust all day long. And he was like in his 70s and he wasn't sick. Nicotine counteracts fluoride. Nicotine counteracts fluoride. It makes folks rebellious. Really? Well, there you go. Last of the wild men. And obviously on that topic, if you do smoke, just understand that it's the chemicals in there that are bad, and you can actually get online, you can buy tobacco that's chemical free. So if you're going to smoke, I would suggest you do that. Ask Callum for the website. Detach from them and laugh. Yeah, I agree. That's not what I heard. Lindsay Fox's son and a heavy went around, and FHS for the lies, and a heavy went around his and. Oh, so you heard it wasn't about a granddaughter. It was just about what? About the whole what's going on with the magical mystery bug. I didn't hear that. I heard a different story, but again, I don't know. Brian, just that 1 hour. I'm wide awake. Smoothie diet. Smoothies are awesome. I haven't had them recently though because it's really cold down here. It's winter, so we're drinking too much coffee. But smoothies. I used to literally live on smoothies, man. They're awesome. I don't go there at all. I'm done with them and don't want to waste my energy on them. I have no idea what that means. Awaken with JP. I haven't seen that. That was from today. I haven't seen that one yet, but I love JP. If you haven't seen JP, guys, go and check him out. Another, awake person spreading the message and showing you just how to laugh at these pathetic people. He will show you how to laugh at them. JP, Awaken with JP. Go check him out. And this is the thing. Support all these people that are out there doing this. Support them. Share their work. That's what we all need to do. Ali Svensson, you don't happen to know who Stroppy Me is. He's over there by you. He's disappointed from his channel about disappeared. Is that me? Stroppy Me. I haven't heard of Stroppy Me. He's over there by you. Oh, you mean in Australia? No, what topic was he on? Was he like covering Victoria, or was he a history boy or girl, person? Asbestos to be mined constantly in 1800s. It's so fake that lies bad. Allegedly. Yeah. Manitou American spirit. I have to pray not to hate cops. Yeah, just remember that what we focus on, what we put our energy on, and what we think about, we're giving power to, and you're linking yourself to that energy. So, try and be solutions focused. Yeah, the cops suck. Yeah, they do. So I guess, how do you fix that? What can you do that's better? This is what we've got to look at is solutions. And it's better to imagine, and say thank you, for stopping the cops beating people up or whatever it is, and tackling it that way rather than buying into, oh my God, they're so bad, because that just feeds them. That's what they want. That's the energy they actually want. They don't want the laughing at them. So laugh at them. But yeah, this is the whole thing. It's all controlling our thoughts. And the more we focus on them and their silly stories and of course the fear, then the more energy we give them, because they like fear. That's what they feed off. That's why they're building it all the time. You meant the politicians? Did I start just going off about policemen and you said politicians? I'm getting confused. Raw eggs is so that kickboxer. Okay, Mr. Brees, I agree. I smoke shisha in a hookah. Oh, hookah. What's shisha? Is that like fruit, like the dried fruit they do? I hear cannabis is now laced with fentanyl. What? Grey Roan. God. I wouldn't. And this is the thing when they, decriminalized it. Was it Colorado and a few other states? No, sorry, they legalized it, but they should have just legalizing means they control it. It needs to be decriminalized because it's a plant, and it's actually one of the best cures. If you distill the oil out of it, it's a cure-all. Kettle on, coffee stat. In California, you must wear a mask, but pants are optional. Especially this month, hey, Paleo Mountain Man. With all the what do we call them? The proud parades. And I really don't like that they use that word. Pride. They're not lions. They're not allowed to use that word. That's a lion word, and they aren't lions. Ascension 5D for Earth and humans is the only way. I agree. Lift the frequency, build the vibration, share the smiles. So that means you can't, I wear a mask every day, but not on my face. Good on you. And even better because you're in Victoria. Yeah, and this is the thing. If you're somewhere where they're telling you to wear it, don't wear it. Because we're so scared of what will happen. But if you just talk to someone rationally and just say, well, I'm fine, I'm not sick, this is not lawful. Most people, they don't really care. Obviously, if you meet, one of these brainwashed, slightly disturbed people, don't try it on them. But and that's the other thing, with shopping, if someone doesn't let you in, if you're not wearing that, don't ever go back there, and tell everyone to never spend a cent there again. Go and find the places that are owned by humans and spend your money there. Go and find where these places are and promote them and spend your money there, even if it's a bit more expensive. Put your money into building the future. All these taken over control people who are losing their minds and saying you have to comply. Don't give them any money. Don't give them revenue. Let them collapse. Put your money into the people that are here supporting us and our movement and the new world. So there we go. All right, I've been going an hour and 12 minutes, so I think I might have to get going. I am in the middle of editing something, so hopefully I will have a premiere on Auto 2 tonight, if all goes well, if not tomorrow sometime. What have we got here? I think everyone is magnetic, and that's gravity. I believe Earth is a sphere. Oh, do you there, Stonemason? Well, there you go. Everything is definitely magnetic. Yeah, it's the strongest force in the universe is magnetism. That's what they're hiding. That's what they're hiding from us. It's magnetism. Scared of falling coconuts? Put a helmet on. I agree, Brian. Scared of falling Keith Richards? Put a helmet on. Isn't this magic? Hello, did you just turn up? I didn't see you there before. Hello, thank you for coming, and thank you. But yes, I'm going to have to jump off soon. Always a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you all, guys. Thank you for joining me. Love you all. Friday, I have an interview, a chat coming up with Sayonara. Is Sayonara on? I don't think I saw her there. But Sayonara, a very, very wise woman. And we're going to be talking about this whole, attack on men and the masculine and the family and all that kind of stuff. So, make sure you check that out on Friday. I'm going to premiere it as well so that we'll have a chat. So hope I see you all there. And if not, I might see you on Auto 2 tonight. I'll chuck a premiere up if it's done. So thanks for joining me, guys. I love you all. Look inside yourself because there is greatness in there. And I'll talk to you all on the next upload. Bye for now. Oh, bye.